for several months, it was really, really difficult. And as a result of that, my brother decided to quit. He had a girlfriend in London, he got a job, and, he was doing great. Whereas Steve and I were like twiddling our thumbs thinking, what the bloody hell do we do now? So we had met Miles Copeland, who became our manager, and he really liked the band as it was, with a three-piece. But when my brother quit, we put an advert in Melody Maker and started auditioning guitar players, none of whom we were happy with, to replace my brother. We didn't feel any of them were up to it. What do we do? And in the end, I came up with the idea of, well, two guitar players, but they've got to be able to play together. And then we went back through all the notes that we kept and dug out Andy Powell and Ted Turner, who we'd seen already and rejected, and we called them back. We did a second audition with them, and it was really obvious that it was going to work great,
Right. I've read you saying that in those early London days that you were starving and stealing food. I've read a story of you saying that you had an electricity meter and you were taking the money out of it, and then at the end of the month, the landlady came to collect it.
We had our landlord and landlady. They were Irish. They ran a working men's club. She used to come in and unpadlock the bottom of the electricity meter to get the cash out. So she padlocked it and everything, but all you had to do was move it to the side and all the money fell out. So of course, because we were hard up, we were putting the money back in, intending to repay it later, if you know what I mean.
Right, yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
and when she suddenly arrived one day to get the money out, she was like, oh my God, I've been robbed. And she was making her way out of the room very quickly. Well, just a minute, no. Look, we borrowed a bit of money and we'll pay it back. And she went and she found out her old man, who was an absolute ox of a man. One of these guys his head, which was glowing bright red permanently. I dread to think what his blood pressure was like. And I figured that when he got back late that night, 1 o'clock in the morning-ish, he was going to be really pissed off and come looking for us. So I was actually asleep in bed with my girlfriend, and I heard this really loud thumping and crashing on the door, and I leapt out of bed, skinny little runt I was in them days, not being very well fed, and I was kind of shaking, but I thought, okay, if that bastard comes through the door, we've either got to leap out the window and do a runner, or I'll have to get a big knife and stab the bastard, because he will kill us. He will kill us, And just then, as this was all going through my head, his wife and his daughter arrived. They'd come up from the basement, and they were screaming at him, and they both grabbed hold of him and dragged him away like a mad bull. And they all went back down in the basement. I'd have managed to sleep there the night, but in the morning I'd already decided that night we were going to get the hell out of there. Bye.